Alrighty then, folks, we are back with some more MS Saga. Now, well, I should talk to him a little bit later. So we are in the Iron City of Aizengrad, where the music is very, very loud. So I'll probably lower it in post, because this is annoying, honestly. But before we go and talk to Hal and join the army, except for not really, and go murder some more people, we're gonna explore and look for loot, even though I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be here. And I totally skipped these guys last time, so... Yeah, we're the ones who broke in and murdered some guys. It's fine, it's fine. Remember that this place had survived the 1 year, or not the 1 year war, the Great Fall. So, you know, they built it inside a military base, I guess. Yep. Yeah, so literally every mobile suit is upgradable in this world. So you can make a Zaku 1 pretty good. Sadly, though, there is a tier progression, and we're going to get rid of the Zakus eventually. There's no point in Frankensteining them late game, because you will get one-shot by almost every enemy. Is it the item shop where they have just, like, shit rolling around? Oh, no. I like that. In one of the item shops, I can never remember which one it is, but there's literally just four chests lying around. It's just like, yeah, I'm stealing this from your top room. It's fine. Yeah, do you have anything useful in here? I know they have some acid guards, but I don't really need that. So, SOS flares allows you to instantly leave a dungeon. GPS allows you to instantly go to where you've been before. Stealth systems, which avoid lower level encounters. Some acid guards, which prevent acid. We'll be getting those eventually, but not right now. I'll probably get those off, all this stuff off screen. Because I think I'm going to do a bit of grinding after this episode, just so we can be a little bit further ahead than we usually are. But yeah, I kind of blew by it, but we're leaving one guarded zone to go to another guarded zone. This is the slums, by the way. I don't know, did he ever tell us he lived here? No, never. Rats, similar to human debris. I mean, like, remember that Natalie's orphanage is in, like, France? This is, like, straight up sort of Leningrad, so... Like, we're definitely in Russia now. Yeah, you can by committing genocide with us. Also, don't know what's with the, like, sewage river continuous thing. It just kind of exists. I mean, like, if there was a river running through the city, it'd be kind of cool, but we never get indications of that. It's just sewage everywhere. And we never get to explore all that stuff up here. There's only, like, one little bit of slum. Yeah, you'll notice that there's, like, this guarded area, and then we're walking through, like, some residential up until this area. This is, like, the outer level of the city. I believe there's some loot here. I don't know if we can get to it just yet, but we'll get there eventually. And that was also the only bit of character development Fritz will really get. He gets little bits more here and there, but he gets mostly forgotten after about mid-game. Alright, and you saw that hacking tool we got? It's so we can open those locked chests. You gotta be careful, though, because till the third part of the game, there's actually a limited number of hacking tools you can get. and way more chests than you can get. Was there anything around here? So, see this guy here? He's a black market vendor. We have to get the black market ticket, yeah, or the black ticket to trade with him. But this guy's basically looting, like, all the data from the military it can get. And sells, like, Gion and Gelgoog parts, and I think he even sells, like, camphor data. Like, we want all that shit. And we can't just steal this random shit that's lying around, sadly. I mean, like, if I got the choice, I'd rob literally everyone in this freaking city and just sell all their shit. But I don't, so... So this guy's just perpetually sick. Even when you have medicine, you can't help him. He's just kind of always there. Which is kind of disappointing. I really wanted to help him, but we never get the chance to. The place where you can get on roofs is kind of useful later. Because in the rich part of town, there's like shit tons of chests everywhere. Yeah, you get a limited number of hacking tools, you don't want to waste them, but it's pretty easy to waste everything, so there's that. This girl loves her grandpa. Yeah, join the army, that's the best way to do it, actually. So I always imagined Aizengrad as kind of like a military dictatorship. But in the fact where it's also sort of oligopoly, so that the military is the only way you can really advance in your life, but by enlisting in the military, you stay on the bottom. So unless you're already at the top, you can't get any higher. The only real way to do it is to kind of sign in as auxiliaries like we're about to do, and fight for the army, but not be part of the army, so that the government actually has to pay you, and you can slowly raise your way up, but... You're probably not a citizen if you do that, so there'd have to be some way for you to attain citizenship for not being a citizen. And the best way to do that would be like a French Foreign Legion kind of thing, where you'd have to fight for 20 years. Or kill a certain amount of enemies before you became a full citizen. And yeah, we can climb on top of roofs, but there's nothing here, so useless. I blame the French. But yeah, that was Aizengrad. Fun city. If I remember more stuff, I'll mention it later, but I don't really right now. But we're gonna go talk to Captain Vizart. Or Hal. Should we do Hal or the Mini-G system first? I don't know. I don't remember if there's any chests up here or not, but there might be. No, okay, yeah. Till we get to the late part of the end of the first part of the game, we can't go back there. But there's a bunch of loot up there, that's why I wanted to go. Let's do the Mini-G system first. Or at least the hangar, then the Mini-G system. So this was also a cool thing. This is basically like you get to look at your mobile suits. It's like, yay, it's our GM with the bazooka, you know, clipping through his arm and stuff, and his shield. And it's turned off. I don't know how they got him down here, but they got him down here. And there's our Zaku 1 with the Magella top cannon. And there's our Zaku 3, or Zaku 2. With a Zaku 2 bazooka and a shoulder-mounted cannon. So this is basically a Zaku 2J half cannon. Without the leg-mounted missiles. There's also a second room you can go to see your other 3 party members' stuff. But for now, we're not going to bother, because it's a long run, and there's no quick way to get out of it. That's a little cool thing you get, but you almost never go here. Like, I never bother. And now we're going to go to the Mini-G system. So we'll be using this a little bit later to make the game much, much easier. Basically, you get ECAP S's for certain rare drops on enemies, but I know the ones that drop the most, and you can use them to turn into extra parts. So, like, you need 1 for an HP part. This will give you plus 50 HP. 3 for a sensory part, which will give you plus 10 damage. Power device gives you plus 10 melee. The Hyzak wing gets you 60 speed, which I believe that's one of the ones we're gonna get. So each optional part has a certain amount of slots it fills. I believe these are all 1s. The enhanced wing is a 2. The HP part 3 is also a 2. The enhanced propellant is a 2, and then the large type propellant is a 3. So we'll be picking up 3 of these a little bit later, and then either sensory or power parts or HP parts, depending on what I feel like. But basically, these grant plus 2 energy at the start of battle. This is plus 3. So we'll be able to start the battle by doing shoot all or, you know, boost attack or all that kind of jazz. Pretty useful later, but we can't get it now. We're also going to go after we talk to Hall, we'll go head out to our first city, which will have even better loot than what we have now. That's why I'm not doing too much, is because I still want to buy some stuff. And I want to do some grinding. And I picked the wrong room. So yeah, this one's kind of confusing. I believe this is Hall's room. I don't know if anything is actually up here, but I'm going to check. Oh no, Hall's room is at the top. Who would have guessed? The other one's a like a meeting room kind of thing. So yeah, we went and tried murdering some people. It was fine. And fade to black. He's like, oh shit, my master. Because, you know, he's charcoal, and so he's evil. He's like, I'll tell you all I know. He is an evil man with a goatee and a mustache. And he leads the Dark Alliance. Have they not been named yet? My bad, I didn't mean to name drop them last episode then. They totally don't operate in any form of secrecy. But they are somehow all over the world, because they have spaceships. Oops, spoilers. Four generals, where can we find them? Well, you see, one's a dragon in the sky. One's a tiger in the west. Was it a crane or a badger in the east? I forget. And then the tiger is, or not the tiger, the bird. Yeah, it was the crane in the south and the badger in the west, or in the east. Oh well. I'm talking about the 4 heavenly generals of Chinese mythology. There's a gang of pirates attacking Port Marley. They are not pirates, and I'm not sure what Port Marley trades in, because they're the only port in the world. Well, there's actually technically two ports in the world, but one's like so far up in Norway, and, you know, you don't want to be there. We'll be going there eventually. But yeah, so we've basically been drafted by the Aizengrad military without being drafted by the Aizengrad military. I didn't want to talk to you. Deed's playing solitaire. Goddamn asshole. He gets to sit there playing solitaire while we go and do work. I knew it. Yeah, there's this meeting room kind of thing. No one's in here. There's nothing to loot. I don't think we ever go here on purpose. It just exists. No, wait, we go there for like 30 seconds way later in the game. Yay. Now we're heading off to Port Maria. Or Port Marley. Port Bob Marley. So, they don't really tell us where this is, but it's in India. And we can't use our map here. Yeah, we gotta go all the way down to Gurjat. Or was it like Mysore? I don't remember. So we're gonna go fight the people of the south, basically. The south might be the Crane because we're gonna go fight some pirates, but I'm not quite sure. And then Aeon's like, nah, fuck that. This is a little bit too far deep in. I'm gonna stay in Aizengrad. You guys have fun. Yeah, so all we know is it's south, but it's basically in India. Yeah, if you look on the map right now, we're in, like, the Urals, I think? Because this has to be some sort of the Caspian Sea, so... Okay, that was just a weird patch of grass, but I was like, wait, is there an enemy hidden on the ground that I'm missing? No. Oh, I used a Zaku machine gun. My bad. Yeah, despite the beam pick being all dinky and stuff, it's pretty good. We'll end up buying 2 or 3 beam picks just so we can equip our weaker allies a little bit later, because our ranged guys are going to be hurting for space for a long time, and beam picks are really small, so they kind of work out. Hey, so these are Zaku 2 marine types. These are the despite the color, these are the initial 2 type of or the initial types of Zaku Marines. These guys were discontinued because they spent too much energy. So, like, as you know, most mobile suits are designed to run indefinitely after being started. Like, the starting takes a little bit of HE3, but the reactor is able to pull some Minovsky particles out of the air and basically run forever. These Zaku Marines had an operation time of about 6 hours. They wasted a lot of energy. The design was eventually refactored into the upgraded Zaku Marine type, and eventually the Titans would take it and make the Zaku Marine type M, I believe it is, which would eventually be downgraded to also be able to use Zaku 2 parts, not just Hyzak parts, which the Titans were using. Yeah, those guys drop something called a Subrok gun, which is a acid spitting gun, and it's all really, really useful. The only problem is it's really oddly shaped, so we'll probably only give one to Tristan. So this is why I never figured out what the city is. Like, I want to assume it's Delhi, but Delhi's like 200 miles north of here. So like maybe Mysore or something like that. Yeah, I'm never quite sure what the city is. Alright, well, I was gonna cut out the battle, but, you know, that kind of leads it up. So we got both drops. We got both an Acid Sword, which is a sword that does acid damage, And, oh no, that was a normal Zaku machine gun. I thought that was a super rock gun. Never mind. I got blinded. So, the acid sword does 77, the beam pick does 84. And the acid sword on you does 57, heat sword is a little bit better. So yeah, I think we'll just give you that. And yeah, with the Magella, I can't really swing giving you a heat sword, sadly. But you know what? I think I'm actually going to give the heat sword to Tristan, just because I like it a little bit more than the beam pick. Like, the beam pick just looks a little dinky. And why I'm also doing that is because I can do this and then, you know, give Tristan the beam pick. See, there's a little bit of a method to my madness. Oh no, is it over here? Oh, this is the pirate base, isn't it? Shit, where is Port Marley? I don't remember. So this is the first dungeon we're going to. Is it in, like, Iran? It might be in Iran. I honestly do not remember. Hey, and some acid GMs. Hey, so they did acid damage to us. Well, since I'm going to be including this, basically these are acid GMs. They're just normal GMs that are painted green and can do acid damage for some reason. Yeah, so acid is your basic poison. It does damage over time. You don't want to do it if you don't have to, but, you know, sometimes it exists, so why not? And it lasts after the battle, so it can be a pain in the ass. I remember the thing being annoying, but not like Pokemon Lun levels of annoying. Yeah, it does that. Yeah, we don't have Acid Clear yet. Great. Do we have any, we do not. Alright, my bad, guys. There you are, Port Marley. I knew you existed somewhere. So this is Port Marley. It's in Gurjad, apparently. Because I knew what I was talking about, I just didn't remember what I was talking about. What? No, wait, let's charge in. Aw. I mean, like, we could totally rob these people, too. We never said we weren't. See, this is a world where radios exist and people actually talk to each other. And UC radios don't work due to Minovsky particles. So, you never have to worry about that. It's all line of sight for them. But this is the second city we get introduced to really quickly. Oh, how adorable. It's a giant bottle of water we've been running by for like 3 days. I'm more surprised that Fritz has seen the ocean. Being that he's from Central Russia. But then again, we did run all the way to Spain. Yeah, so this also has a mini G system, a unicorn base. Is this the weapon shop? No, that's just a normal building. So I remember there's like some chests with a bunch of money lying around. Somewhere around here? Yeah, it's right here. Oh no, that has a hacking tool. Notice how the guard doesn't give a shit that I just stole some stuff? Oh well, we'll deal with that later. Randomly, they just have a jet turbine sitting there. Really low output jet turbine, but a jet turbine nonetheless. I mean, like, they could put it to some use, but instead it's just kind of sitting there. Yeah, so these guys are merchants that'll open up after we defeat the pirates. That guy just straight up has his gun trained at Aeon's back. Are you the one with all the money? Oh no, you only had 200 credits. I thought one of those had like 1500, but I'm wrong. And another hacking tool. Great, that's useful. Can we go in the ship? I want to go in the ship. I don't care, young fisherman. No, we're not allowed to go in the ship. Damn it. We're gonna have another one of those embarrassing heart-to-hearts with Aeon. Aeon-sama. Tristan-kun. The thing Fritz mentioned, that you're in love with yourself. He's being nice to you because he's a goddamn idiot who doesn't know how to be a bandit, right? We just need to kidnap you and threaten you, or try to sell you to like Aizengrad. They'll pay a lot of money for you. Honestly, this is also one of the biggest pieces of character development Tristan will ever get. And it's completely forgotten almost 30 seconds later. It basically has abandonment issues. I can tell you where you're from. You're not gonna like it. I'll give you a hint, it smells like pee. That's right, people, she's French. And what do you got to say, Fritz? Oh, yeah. So this is the weapon shop I wanted to go to, but I went to Aizengrad instead. Basically, it has a Gauf shield. Pretty useful. A beam spray gun, which the beam spray gun was basically a laser shotgun, but the focusing retina on the shotgun wasn't very good. So it had the range of about 15 feet, which, remember, you're fighting in 10-meter tall giant robots. So that's very not good. The gun cannon. Yes, you can buy an entire gun cannon here. The mobile suit. Not really. It's just a much larger cannon, which is pretty nice. Beam pick. We'll buy more eventually. And the tomahawk. So there are three separate types of melee weapons in this game. There's sword type, there's axe type, and there's spear type. Axe type do more damage, but they take more energy. Spear type are quick to attack, but they don't do as much damage. And then sword type, which honestly I think are the best personally, are kind of all-arounds. We're not going to use the tomahawk just because of how annoying it is to use. It's 2 energy, but it's kind of nice. We'll buy one of these later when we can afford it, and we'll almost never need one of these. I kind of want to get one of these, but I'm not going to. That bitch is also playing solitaire. You give these guys computers and all they do is play solitaire. I knew it. The cool thing about this place, though, is they have another G system here. Oh, and there's also an item shop. Yep, no loot. Okay. We need, Oh, we can buy HP parts here as well. I'm glad I didn't, pay that one ECAP for it. I thought about it, but I didn't want to. So we'll probably buy 3 of these and 2 of these off screen. But for now, we're gonna ignore it. Sometimes I just don't know why people buy things in this town. It's like, hey, we're gonna sell giant weapon parts to the, like, 3 people who own giant weapons. Yeah, so there's basically a fort in all 4 directions. This might not surprise you, but as we go to the different dungeons, we have to go to all 4 of those forts. And then there's some loot, which is some meds. We're gonna steal this old lady's meds. Any good books? We don't actually... Well, I won't say that. We don't know what GM stands for. It never actually individually says that it's the mass-produced version of the Gundam. It's just based off of the Gundam. And saying it's a survivor on the battlefield is a giant lie. These things are giant coffins. The cool thing about the GM, though, is it was developed with all modular parts. So say, like, you shot the arm off, you could replace the arm immediately with another GM arm. With something like the Zaku, you would have to go to Side 3, get it repaired, and then bring the repaired one from Side 3 all the way back to the Earth, which made logistics crazy for Zeon. Hey, they're married, but they're living in 2 separate beds. And they're both unmade. What the hell, man? Oh, well. Now let's go search the other house as well. There's sadly a lack of looting in this episode. There should be, but there isn't. I don't know, you guys have G systems, why don't you make some food? Starving should be really hard in this world. And a kneecap, and we can't go over there. Well balanced. The Zaku 2 special. No, it's the Zaku 2S. There you go, Chararu. Alright, so the Zaku was built as a early mobile suit, or one of the earliest mobile suits. It's not the earliest one anymore, but it used to be the earliest one when this came out. But the thing is that they didn't really have a concept of what mobile suit combat would be like. So they kind of just decided, you know, throw on a bunch of shit, see what sticks. So a shit ton of variants of it were created, including stuff like the nuclear Zaku, the flapper, which is just a Zaku with a radar gun, and the Zaku 2S, which is the commander version, which just has a bigger radio. But Char had the limiter removed and the paint scratched off because he's a little deviant. And, you know, his goes 3 times faster. But I believe this will be the end of the episode, so if you enjoyed the episode, you should like. If you didn't, you should dislike. We'll get to the rest tomorrow, or next week, actually. Because both of these videos went on a little bit longer than I wanted them to, but it's fine. I'll make fun of the Zaku a little bit later. But next episode, we should be at least starting to attack the pirate base. We might even finish the pirate base. I'm not exactly sure. But I'm going to do some grinding in between this episode and the next. Good night, folks.